Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are live and we are definitely coming at you from a new perspective and a new platform for 2021. So, for those of you who are not familiar with this annual event that happens, this is the 15th annual Black Doll Affair doll giveaway, and this year we're tweaking it just a little bit. We're doing a paper doll giveaway, and we're also doing this virtual. With everything that's gone on with the pandemic and with all of our different events going on, we definitely wanted to be considerate of how we interact with folks. And I know some people say, hey, we got virtual burnout, but we want to kind of make this fun and interactive today. So I hope that while we are live today, people will ask questions, people will have comments, people will definitely chime in and say, hey, I'm interested in learning more about what's going on or how can I get involved in this going forward. But I want to tell you a little bit about the organization. So I am Nicole Strauss. I am the Kansas City Ambassadoll representing the Black Doll Affair. And that organization was founded originally around the premise on the Black Doll tests. And so, if you're not familiar with those, I'm going to give you just a tad bit of history before we get into some of the fun. The Black Doll tests were tests that were given to young black girls where they were presented with two dolls. They were presented with a black doll and a white doll, and they were asked which doll would they prefer, which doll did they think was pretty, which doll did they like better, and almost exceedingly, every little girl picked the white doll. And seeing the results of that test, and I believe it was, watching an interview where they were talking about these black dolls and the little girls that were choosing dolls that did not look like them. Um, Instead, they were choosing dolls of a different shade or color. Then our founder, Dana Hill, really stepped up into action and she really took a concerted effort to say, hey, I want to let our young black girls know, hey, you are beautiful. You should feel like the dolls that represent you are pretty and beautiful no matter what shade you are. So after, putting her, what we call her mama doll cap on, she definitely came up with what is probably a landmark idea of annually having an event where young girls of color were given dolls that looked like them, that represented them, that made them feel beautiful. And originally, this was a huge party at Christmas time, and it was live and it was in person, and we got dressed up. And the young girls were given dolls, and they played with those dolls, and they thought they were absolutely fantastic because for some of them, it was the first time they'd had a chance to see a doll that looked like them and actually looked beautiful and made them feel beautiful. So fast forward to, I'll say, pre-pandemic, Mama Doll was very nimble in responding to what's going on in the world around us. And so we actually started changing a little bit of the format of the parties. We would have live engagements. We would have young girls anywhere from 2 all the way up to 12 and 14. And we would give anything from dolls to little tween packets. And she also incorporated help because she's one person across the country. And so for many of the states, we have what are called ambassadolls, or in cases where there's multiples and larger states, there's some cities and metros that have ambassadolls. So I represent the Kansas City area. Technically it's Kansas, but I know Kansas and Missouri were right next to each other. So I've kind of tried to bounce back and forth between state to state, state line to state line, and make sure that both sides of the state line get represented and are able to benefit from this wonderful initiative and movement. In continuing the effort to stay nimble and to respond and not just kind of keep the status quo, we are also now this year deciding to tackle a very important issue for BIPOC, Black, Indigenous people of color. We definitely want to respond to what's going on in the climate around us. Climate change is real. So we wanted to say, hey, this year, instead of giving out actual plastic dolls, we wanted to give out what are called our paper dolls. And I'll make an announcement about a wonderful paper doll that's going to be launching today that you'll have the absolute opportunity to grab. But we're doing paper dolls and not plastic dolls. Paper, not plastic. We want to be responsive. Across the day today, we've been across the country doing different initiatives that focus on cleaning up our seas and our oceans, cleaning up our rivers, cleaning up our communities. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. And a lot of people say, well, I'm in the Midwest. I'm not close to the ocean. Sea of self-esteem may not, apply to me. But I think it's really important that you know that all of our rivers and our streams, they definitely funnel out to the oceans. So we'll dig into that a little bit more, and I'll tell you some different ways how you here in the Midwest can definitely impact change not only in your area, but on our coasts as well. So let's take a minute to kind of talk about some of the fun things that are going on this year. So this year, for those who are interested and everybody who responds, I have some definite great packets that I'm going to be sending out to folks who are interested. So we have some fun things that are in here, and I'm going to kind of open a packet here. So it's going to come in a black envelope. It's going to be sealed with a special Black Doll Affair and a sticker that I'm going to provide, and a pink sticker. This one's not sealed, and it doesn't have your address on it, so it's ready for you. But in here, I've got several different things, and I'm going to kind of cut to them one by one. But since we are doing paper doll giveaways this year, I've definitely got some, and we're doing Sea of Self-Esteem, which is our one of our hashtags and our themes. I've got some really, really gorgeous paper dolls that you can cut out and you can make stands for. Now, if you're wondering, okay, but I thought these were for girls of color. I'm also going to include, I'm not going to show it here full on screen, but this beautiful paper doll is actually a beautiful toned black mermaid, and she's got a beautiful gold tan fan skirt. She got some beautiful clothes. I've got some Egyptian themed clothes. I'm going to give you the option to have these in color, and then I'm also going to provide them without color so you can fill them in yourself. But you can color this beautiful mermaid whatever shade you would like. You can color her dark skin, you can color her light skin, you can color her, if you're Latino, you can have shades, you can use whatever colors are in your crayon box to color this mermaid just for you. So that's will be included in the envelopes in your packets this year. Again, we've got some Egyptian themed mermaid tops here, ones that you can color yourself. And then I'm also giving you some more fun kind of hip clothes here for your mermaid, again with color and without. So these are definitely going to be in every packet that we send out. Every little girl will get the option to color and dress her own mermaid with her own style or with the styles that we've provided. I want to let you know also that she's got wonderful little short haircut here, and we do have some other options. So this is not the only paper doll that's going to be in your packets, but I wanted to give you some options. Again, I will be posting what a full color version of this beautiful mermaid looks like. She really is, and I'll kind of just hone in here. She's got a beautiful chocolate tone there, and this is the instructions that come with this. She's got a beautiful gold tail there, and when you cut her out, she can stand on her own. But when you get that packet, you definitely don't have to color her in those shades. You can choose any shades that you like, and that's the great thing about these dolls that we've given out this year, is that you can choose how you decorate your paper doll. So let's talk a little bit about how you here in the Midwest can definitely have an impact on climate. So for young kids, often they're like, well, how do I have an impact on the climate? Well, everything that you do here, from how much water you run to what you throw away and where you throw it away to what we put into our water supply, which is our rivers, our lakes, our streams, sometimes even what we put down our sinks, that all goes out eventually to an ocean. And so I've got some great information in each of the packets that talks about how you can impact climate change. You can definitely color some activity sheets that we're including that can talk about how you and your families can impact climate change, how you can definitely reuse, recycle, definitely look at using paper over plastic, reusing plastic that can be reused. And these are great packets that have a lot of information, but we definitely want to share with girls because, the climate is so is changing around us, and whether you are on board with the climate change, I'm not going to say the climate change movement, but whether you are a supporter of that, you have to look around you and know that, hey, let's clean up our communities. Let's make our communities long standing, right? So if you have an option to choose paper or plastic at the grocery store, you're one person that's definitely helping out the climate. If you're somebody that says, hey, I'm going to use a reusable water bottle versus just buying plastic water bottles and throwing those away and letting those kind of sit in the landfill. Well, guess what? They have so many great styles of plastic water bottles, and I'll definitely be posting some pictures of some great options for kids to have reusable water bottles, because that is a definite way to improve our climate, right? But we picked mermaids because they definitely have a representation of the sea and the ocean and our lake streams and rivers, because those all go together. They're all wonderful water sources for our planet, right? But in looking at your mermaid and looking how she travels around in the ocean and what's impacting her, think about, gosh, what would I want? What kind of water or what kind of planet would I want my mermaid to swim around in? I definitely want to keep the area around me clean. I definitely want to have a great impact on climate. So we've definitely provided some information here in our packets to help you choose to go green and how to have a great impact down the road, on not just your mermaid, but your community around you. So I see you've got some people that are on here and some great questions that are coming up. So the Black Doll Affair. How can I participate and how can I be engaged with the Black Doll Affair? Well, if you are definitely interested in finding out some more information, we encourage you to go to blackdollaffair.com. There's a ton of information right on our homepage. We've got information about our Sea of Self-Esteem. We are launching today and available today, all day across the nation today. Our Ambassadolls are doing our paper doll giveaways. We are all doing them at 1 o'clock in our respective time zones. So everywhere from East Coast to West Coast. So if you haven't had a chance to catch this broadcast and you know of some other Ambassadolls or other Black Dolls, definitely try and catch their information or their parties, because we'll be having pictures and information posted online. But if you are interested, we have what's launching today, the Paper Dane doll. That is a wonderful opportunity to represent and support the Black Doll Affair and get an absolutely stunningly gorgeous paper doll. I'm going to show you a picture of what one of our Paper Dane dolls looks like. So this is a goodie bag, and I'll definitely talk about that. But if you can see this doll here, and I'm trying to capture it out of the light, this is a beautiful hued doll that's shown on this bag. And we have her available as a Paper Dane doll. So you too can get your own set of Paper Dane dolls. You also have the opportunity to get a special price today. If you go out to our website at Black Doll Affair, what's called the Paper Dane goodie bag. It's available today only. It's $5. And within that bag are going to be some special surprises. Every bag is going to be different. So if you go to blackdollaffair.com, today only, the goodie bags are $5. But you will get things like jewelry, stickers, nail polish, journals. You'll have Black Doll Affair gear, which is a great thing. I've got one of our signature shirts on here that says the Black Doll Affair. I'll stand up here. I had one of our definite supporting shirts on earlier when I posted. We definitely are trying to go green, so I have one of those shirts on earlier. And you'll get tons of information and goodies in your bags if you get those today. So today only, they're $5. Go to blackdollaffair.com, and if you scroll down on the homepage, you will see the Paper Dane doll goodie bag. Today they're $5. If you can get those for your friends, then I would encourage you to definitely get that bag and get those great goodies that are in there. They're great surprises. Every Paper Dane doll is unique, just like every girl is unique. So you definitely want to have those. But the reason why we did those is because, sometimes when we're out and our little girls are wanting to play and they're wanting little goodies that are special to them, and if they're playing by themselves, we want them to have really cool things that, keep their spirits up, keep their self-esteem up. We want them to have things that are encouraging to them, like nail polish or jewelry or a journal to write in or a paper doll that looks like them to play with. And so that was really the premise behind the Paper Dane doll goodie bags. So I encourage you to also check out our website and get those. But we are today giving out free packets Um, this is part of our annual doll giveaway. And another item that's in there, we are also including a pen, a pencil, and there will be colored pencils that are a surprise. You'll get a varied amount of varied colors, but we will give you paper, uh, pencils, pens, and some colored pencils for each girl that gets a packet. Those are free. All you have to do is definitely inbox me your email address and information. I'll contact you and get your mailing address to get those out to you, and we'll get you your packets. They will come in black envelopes. They'll come personally addressed to you as a parent or your daughter. And let me know when we communicate. I'll get your child's, your daughter's name, and we'll definitely have that, especially in the envelope. And again, like I told you before, they will all have paper dolls with a variety of clothes and outfits for you to put in, pre-styled and self-styled. And then we're going to be including some information on climate change and how you can be impactful in your communities to improve your climate. One other really great question that came across here is just some information on the organization. How can I get involved? Well, you can always go out to Black Doll Affair and get information on how you can get involved. One of the greatest ways that and how I got started. Let me tell you a little bit about how I got started. I was actually in my car on my way to work listening to the Tom Joyner Morning Show, of all things. And on that show, Dana was talking about the Black Doll Affair and its mission and purpose. And I thought to myself, I live in a community that has a lot of young black girls, and I definitely would love to get on board with an organization that supports uplifting those young ladies and teaching about self-esteem and showing them an example of different types of leadership and different types of efforts and exercises that improve their self-image and let them kind of play and be fun and be young, but do it in a way that represents them. So I literally sat in my car and they gave out the phone number, and I literally or called that day and said, hey, I'm in Kansas City, Kansas, or Overland Park, Kansas at the time. I said, I'm interested in participating. Let me know if there's somebody already out here. And from there, that was, 10, 11 years ago, I think, maybe longer. And from that moment on, I've been engaged, and we were ambassadors on playgrounds in each of our respective states. And over the years, we've done fun events like, hey, here's movie night with the Black Doll Affair. Hey, here's doll giveaways. Hey, here's National Cupcake Day. Come find your black doll and grab a cupcake. Hey, here's some events that we've supported where we've done doll donations. Hey, here's where we've given out black dolls to young girls. I've given away mermaid dolls, princess dolls, ballerinas, all different types of Barbie dolls, because we do have a partnership with Mattel. But really, at the heart of all of that, of all of those giveaways that we've done, the main message that we wanted to convey is about self-esteem. It's about promoting what we want our young girls to focus on, to look at, to be aware of. We want them to know, hey, there are dolls out there of all shades and hues that you can play with, but it's the reasoning behind that. We want you to feel beautiful as a young black girl. We want you to definitely understand that no matter what, you're a beautiful young woman, whether you're a Latina young girl, whether you are a young black girl, whether you're a young white girl. We want all of our young ladies to feel like, I'm confident, I'm beautiful. There's definitely opportunities out there. So that's why sometimes when we would have our past parties, we would show scientist dolls, we would show tennis players, we would show models, we would show dolls of all shapes and sizes and colors and tones and hues, because it's important for our young girls to see representation in so many ways that looks like them. So I have really been honored to be a part of an organization that focuses on that. And this year, I'm increasingly honored because we have definitely steadily been responding to what's going on around us. And the climate is definitely something that's going on around us. I mean, was it here in Kansas City? It's December and it's holiday time, and it was literally like 70 degrees. And then I read today that in Hawaii, I think they're looking at getting snow, and a lot of it. And so when I think of those things, I'm like, wow, I don't know that I've ever heard that it snowed that much in Hawaii in December. That's definitely a sign that there's something going on with the climate. But then when you're here in the Midwest, you're like, okay, that's happening in the coast, that's happening in the ocean. Oceans are drying up. What does that mean for me in the Midwest? Well, here you definitely can have an impact, right? We have rivers, lakes, streams. We definitely have plains that have dairies and different animals and farms that have an impact globally. If you look at it in the large scheme of things, they definitely have an impact on our climate. So how can we teach our kids to be better climate citizens? How can we teach them to be better neighbors and work with us to definitely say, hey, we want you to be a part of our community and we want you to be a good citizen and we want you to contribute? Well, you can teach your kids, like I said, something as simple as getting a recyclable water bottle. And they have so many great designs out there. If you teach your kids, hey, here's a water bottle, instead of going to the store and buying a pack of water bottles and just grabbing them off the shelf, how about we just get water out of the tap or out of the filter or out of the fridge, or we have a renewable water source and we refill our bottles anytime we want to. I think a lot of the schools were encouraging that. A lot of companies are encouraging that. So a lot of homes can encourage that. How else can we use, we definitely all shop at some of the large chain stores who have the plastic bags. Can you bring your own bags? Yes. Some people say that's not really realistic because I get a lot of groceries. Well, you can buy a lot of bags and save yourself. You can buy one bag that you can use all year long, and it replaces dozens of the plastic bags. Because what happens to those plastic bags is they get into the trash, they stay, they don't definitely go back and break down and disintegrate and go into the system like anything else, right? So they just kind of sit. They sometimes end up in our rivers and our lakes and our streams. They get in with animals, they get in with fish, they go down to the oceans, or if you live on the coast, they get into the water. How many times have you been to the beach, or you've been to the lake, or you've been to the river, and you're like, wow, there's a lot of trash that's just kind of sitting around the side, or you've been to the parks and there's a lot of trash, and you're like, well, who's cleaning this up? So there's definitely some tips and tricks in here that I'm going to include in all the packets on how you as a kid, you as an individual, can have an impact on cleaning up your parks, your rivers, your lakes, your streams. And if you visit the oceans or you live by the ocean and you're not in the Midwest, if I'm reaching you and you're not in the Midwest, you can certainly look to have an impact in your area. Let me go back really quick to some other things that I'm including in the packet, because I want to be sure that you understand kind of all the stuff that we're including. So you will get a current, if you're here in the Midwest, and I will make that decision kind of based on who responds and what addresses, but I will also include, if you're in Missouri, Kansas City area, I will include a copy of the most recent Explorer magazine from the Missouri Conservancy Department. That has a lot of great information on what's going on with our area, our animals, our farmlands, our cities, our rivers, our lakes. There's a lot of great information and some fun activities for kids. So I'm going to include a copy of that in your packets, the most recent copy. So if we get later in the month, I believe the current issue is November, December. But if you ask me for information, I definitely will get a current copy of that. And then I'm also going to be including, and I left this particular paper doll uncolored on purpose. This is actually one of Barbie's mermaid paper dolls. I'm going to be including that, so you and your daughter can definitely color those and fill those in with any colors that you like, including black hair, brown hair, dark skin, light skin, different shades. Play with that. You can color orange, you can color purple. You don't even have to use any of those colors that I mentioned. But I'm leaving this one blank on purpose. This is one of Barbie's actual mermaids. They encourage you to decorate the mermaid tail. I'm encouraging you to decorate the entire mermaid and color her whatever color you want to. So that will be in your packet. So right now we're up to 2 paper dolls, right? You've got the beautiful mermaid of color that I sent in here, the definitely ebony mermaid that she's in here. I encourage you to color her. The outfits that I'm going to give you that are filled in, and then I'm leaving them blank so you can get creative in here, because I know I've got some creative girls out there that definitely want to color in their own outfits. I'm including some kind of hip outfits, t-shirts, tank tops, some skirts in here that you can throw on your mermaid. Yes, your mermaid can still wear skirts. I know. We've all seen a little mermaid. Give her some clothes, some cute outfits. Again, with color, and you can throw your own style in there. Some definite information on trash and climate change that is relevant no matter where you are in the country. So I'm going to put that packet in here for you. And then I've got your Barbie mermaid that's going to be in here that you can color yourself. And I still got some more stuff that's going in this packet. If you can believe it, this is pretty full. But I don't forget, I'm sending you one of our signature Black Dollar Fair pink color pencils. Now, this is not a signature Black Dollar Fair pencil. I actually procured this on my own, but we definitely support Mattel and Barbie, and so I've definitely got some pink pencils in here for you. And because we are focused on hashtag sea of self-esteem, I've got some mermaid pens that I'm going to throw in here for you, so that you can definitely write on and color, write your name on the information that we send you in your packet. I'm also going to include some information on the Black Dollar Fair. So if you're interested in joining our organization or getting some more information, or you just want to spread the word, I will include that information for you. And I will also give some information in the month of December. I will go ahead and send you the information on the Paper Dane goodie bag. Now remember, today only, the Paper Dane goodie bag, which is inclusive of jewelry, stickers, nail polish, journals, doll gear, bookmarks. These are personally curated and selected by Dana. Every bag is different. No two bags are alike. But just as an example of what's included in that bag, there's definitely some nail polish in there, but I was, of course, as an ambassador, able to get one of those bags of my own. And there is a beautiful little sea and mermaid tail and twine, like a sea twine bracelet that's in here. You can definitely open that up, adjust it, tighten it up. It's a really cool piece of jewelry. I think girls will love this. It definitely will give them a reminder of the ocean and mermaid's tails. And if you're someone who's here and has not traveled to the ocean, it's definitely what I'm going to call a gold bracelet for you to definitely. I'm originally from California, so the ocean is definitely high on my list of places that I love to spend time at. But this jewelry is an example of what you would find. It came in this really, really cute goodie bag here for you. So for your Paper Dane goodie bags, today only, they're $5. Their price will go up afterwards, but if you're interested, definitely let me know. I'm asking anyone that's interested in getting one of these packets. My packets that I'm sending out today are free. So we're definitely going to be giving those out. Inbox me your information, even if it's just your name and your email address, and I can follow up with you to get a packet to you or your daughter. If you know of other young little girls that weren't able to join today, then definitely get me some information. I'll reach out to you, and I will make sure that those girls get packets as well. I still got some more items to talk about that are in the packet, but I want to also take some time to acknowledge that we have some official partners this year, and I want to talk about those. So this year, this is an example of our flyer, and I will put a copy of that in each of the packets. But this year we partnered with, we're dubbing her the Mocha Mermaid, Danny Washington. She is our 2021 face of our giveaway. We have a annual spokesperson, and this year, Danny Washington, there's a really great interview that I will send to you, that's some information where we talk about Danny. And then today I was able to sit in on the tail end of a call where we talked about a book that she's written. It's out on Amazon. What's the Commotion in the Ocean? So it was really great. But I really want to share some information about why we're so focused on having mermaids and sea of self-esteem. Again, one of the things that we've been really responsive about is what's happening out in the world in our climate. You know, what's going on with our water. We want to have clean water. We want to be able to go to the beaches. We want to be able to play. So to that end, what happened actually first thing this morning with the Black Dollar Fair is several of our dolls were out on the beach doing beach cleanup very early first thing this morning. The day started super, super early. Dana and her niece Chloe, who's another one of our great role models here. She's a young role model. Let's just call her what she is. They were out this morning doing beach cleanup, and that's how we started off the day today, out at the beach doing cleanup. Chloe is actually one of the reasons that we chose this theme this year, and she is hands-on, a young girl who was definitely determined to clean up our community and our oceans and our beaches and our parks, right? So what we ended up doing this morning as we're cleaning up the beach, we had some dolls that were out there this morning. We had those of us who were not able to be at the beach definitely focused on some areas and getting ready to work our parties today, but we put on our shirts to support. So you'll see Sea of Self-Esteem. You'll see a lot of us in our teal and green shirts this morning. And then we prepared ourselves to bring each of our respective areas information on how we can contribute to cleaning up our communities, cleaning up and helping our climate, and definitely being good stewards and supporting the sea And what else? The C of self-esteem. So let me get back to self-esteem and the Black Doll affair, right? One thing that I know over time, right, is that we've definitely become more aware. We're definitely promoting beauty, natural beauty, and all the different shades, and we're very much open. And people are saying, oh, let's support this, and let's support natural, and let's support wearing wigs, and what are our young girls going to be doing, and what are all the messages we're sending to our young girls, and TikTok and things like that. This organization has really worked to really reach out to young girls and talk to them and have real conversations and say, hey, no matter what you choose, no matter what you're going through, no matter where you are in life, we want to support you, your moms, your friends. We want to give you not just black dolls to give you the doll. The doll is a representation of a reflection of you. You are beautiful no matter what kind of hair you have, no matter what color your hair is, no matter what shade your skin is, no matter how tall, how short, how wide. Because there's some of us have gotten a little wide. I'm packing on some pandemic pounds myself. But no matter what, we want to be real, and we want to reach out to our girls, and we want to say, you're beautiful no matter what skin you're in. And how best can we convey that to you? We have ambassadors and black dolls across the country, and our number one goal and mission is to spread that message of love to all girls. We want to encourage them to say, hey, I saw a lady today that looked like me, or showed me a doll that looked like me, or talked about a famous person that looked like me, or just showed me that there's other people out there in the world that are doing great things that look like me. And I feel empowered by that. I feel better about that. I feel like I'm dope too. And so that is really the message that we want to send and convey. And how can we do that and still be conscious of what's going on around us? So we're ever evolving. We're never just saying, hey, we're going to constantly, give out a doll. We want to be good citizens in the community, so let's give out paper dolls. Why? Because paper is recyclable. You can color these, you can use these. These are all paper. They're not on glossy paper, so I want to be really clear. What I'm giving you today is not on a glossy paper that can't be recycled. It's not plastic. It's not included in it. Even the envelopes are paper and not a recycled material. So I want to make sure that you get that information and you're able to use those. And then when you're done with them, you don't have to throw them in the trash. You can throw them in the recycle bin. If you want to say, hey, I love these paper dolls, maybe this is the time that you get involved in paper dolls, and you're like, hey, I really like that paper doll, and I hope I get some more. And from now on, whenever I want a paper doll, I know that there's dolls out there that are dolls of color. There are dolls with different hairstyles, or dolls with different styles. So I want to also show you. Now, this particular doll that I'm going to send to you is going. I was not able to find her uncolored, but also including some pre-done outfits for her. Now, this doll, it does come pre-colored and ready to go, so you can cut out her outfits and put them on her. You can trace onto those and trace some outfits and create outfits of your own style. So she's got some great shorts and pants and skirts here in some green hues. She's got some yellows and oranges that I think are all going to look really great against her skin tone. So we'll include those in your packet. So I think now we're up to 3 paper dolls in your packet. We've got this beautiful baby here. We've definitely got this mermaid that you can fill in whatever color, whatever shades, hues, and tones that you want to put on her. And then I've got our original ebony. I'm going to call her my ebony mermaid here that I'm going to leave uncolored. Now, on the instruction sheet, like I showed you before, you definitely have the option of seeing her as she came, right, in her ebony hue. But when you get her in your packet, she's going to be uncolored. So you can color her any color you want to, any shape or hue or tone that you would like. It's in your packet here. So then you've got outfits for her, right? And her outfits are going to come pre-colored and blank. So you can choose the style that comes in the packet, or you can choose the style and make a style of your own. So there's some really great things that are coming in that packet. Now, you say, okay, well, I've got all these paper dolls, and I thought we were talking about climate change. I thought we were talking about helping our communities. I thought we were talking about being better stewards. Absolutely. I'm going to send you some great activity sheets and packets and information on how you as a child or you as an adult can help your children definitely have an effect on climate change and the areas around you. And for those who are in the Midwest area, I'm also going to include the most recent copy of Explorer magazine from the Missouri National Natural Conservancy Department. Also in here, you're going to get, of course, your pink pencil. You're going to get your mermaid tail pen, and then you're going to get some colored pencils, and those are going to be a treat and a surprise. You'll get a variety of colors, but I'm hoping that you'll definitely use all of your crayons and colors and colored pencils to support coloring out your paper dolls. Now, one other thing that positive information for our girls. So when I tell you that the packet role models, and I'm going to send that to you where you can see different examples. Scientists, you've got pilots, paper dolls in as well with whatever colors you like. And then here we've got some information on role models and what qualities make a good role model. And then you can create this certificate, fill this out, and you can say, hey, so and so, you can fill this in here, write a name in here. Thank you, so and so, for being my role model. And you can say, hey, you inspire me to, and you know, so and so. So let's say somebody gave it to me. Miss Nikol, thank you for being my role model. You inspire me to, etc., etc. And Miss Nikol, you're a role model for girls everywhere. And then you can sign your name right here on the bottom. You can cut that out, and you can give that to someone, right? You can definitely give these out to someone. So and hey, I'm going to tell you right now, if you feel like your mom is a great role model, if you feel like your sister is a great role model, if you feel like your teacher is a great role model, if you feel like that lady that you go to church with or the lady at the daycare is a great role model, fill that certificate out, give that to her, and you definitely can do that. So that is also in your packet. You some great coloring activities and some stuff for you to give. Um, I want to encourage folks that are interested in getting these packets today to inbox me your information. I just need a name and an email address, and I'll follow up with you. And you and your daughters or your cousins or nieces can definitely get one of these packets. And then one more piece of information that I'm going to make sure is in every packet because I still think it's important. For those that are in the Midwest, I've got some information from the Brown Foundation about Brown versus Board of Education. And there's some coloring activities in here because we're really on that theme of paper, right? So these are some great posters and information. It's actually a full-size poster that's in here that has a lot of information about Brown versus Board of Education. But it's got everything from word searches to mazes to little cartoon clips in here, and you can color that in. So we're going to put those in your packet because we want to give you plenty of options and information and activity about what's going on around you and what's in the areas around you. So for those of you that are in the Midwest, I'm definitely going to include that. And I will get that information from you when you send me your name and email address so I can get packets to you. Let me see if I've got some more questions. I know I want to see down here. Yes, Ellen, I agree. I refill water from my water dispenser. It's not hard to do. You just have to make it a habit. That's absolutely true. So, I work in an office, and even when we went remote, I had to get back into the habit of refilling my water bottle, right? And so when I went in, I would have my water bottle full, and I would drink that, and then I would go to the water deal. Like when it would get empty, I was like, hey, I would purposely walk to the other side of the office just to fill that water. So I would get in some steps. I would get my water. I would see other people. They'd see me refill my water bottle, and they would be like, "Oh my God, that's a really cool water bottle. Where'd you get that?" And I'd be like, "We'd talk about this." So you can definitely spread the word about being conscious about not using plastic water bottles. In fact, my company, we switched up where we changed out all of our water dispensers to be a little bit different filters, but extra filtered water. And so encouraging people to use refillable water bottles. And then we stopped stocking the plastic water bottles in our coolers. So we don't even have those anymore. It's refillable water bottles. I think there may be a few for when we have guests in the office, but for the most part, all the employees have refillable water bottles, and they've given those out a couple of times in different styles and formats, so you have a couple options. So that's a really great gift if you're thinking about, hey, what's a really good gift to give to kids that I think they need? Refillable water bottles, because they have a ton of styles and colors that kids love, and you're actually encouraging them to pick up some really great habits. So I want to make sure I'm answering any questions that people have about the organization. Again, I encourage you to go out to blackdollaffair.com. I'm also going to encourage you this afternoon, believe right after, what is that, 2 o'clock? I'll confirm the time and I'll put it, I'll share it on my page. But live on the Black Doll Affair YouTube, there's going to be some excellent giveaways after our parties are concluded for the day and we're wrapping up. There's going to be a follow-up on our YouTube channel, and you don't want to miss that because there's going to be some great giveaways on there as well. Check out blackdollaffair.com. There's definitely information about our mission, our purpose, great information on the type of organization we are and what we do. And then there's also information on how you can get involved. Buy a shirt, be a doll. If you're interested in becoming a black doll, hey, definitely go out, take a look around, get your t-shirt, support the organization, and find out more for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go out to blackdollaffair.com and find out more about our great organization. I really encourage people to do that. Here in the Midwest, I know a couple of girls that have definitely gone on and joined the organization, and I encourage folks to do the same. We want to definitely uplift our young girls of color, so get the information here. And actually, when you go out to our Support the Movement page, you're going to see a great picture and a great write-up on a quote from Danny Washington, who is our 2021 Honorary Black Doll and the face of our giveaway this year. It also tells about how we decided to make the shift to go from giving out our plastic dolls to our paper dolls and why we did that. So there's some great information out there, how you can join, some more information about our Christmas Ambassadolls, because like I said, we are all across the country. So there's information on where we are, what it took to become an Ambassadoll for states that do not have one. So if you're interested, you're like, hey, I'm in a state, I don't think I have an Ambassadoll, you can get information on how you could definitely sign up to consider to be an Ambassadoll. And then if you go out to our YouTube channel, which I think is absolutely fantastic, we have a couple of PSAs that we're running, right? So there's a wonderful interview. It's about 30 minutes that Mama Doll had with Danny Washington, our Mocha Mermaid, our face of the giveaway this year. So I definitely encourage you to go out there, and I will put the link down below here in the comments. So in fact, I may just do that here shortly, but you can get that information. Definitely watch that interview. It's a great interview with Danny, and she has some great information to share. We've got a great PSA out there about climate change that I encourage people to go out and take a look at. That was I've actually been watching. I had it on repeat on the computer behind me, and just the way that it worked out, you can't see it, but I had it kind of playing on repeat. That's Sorry Not Sorry. It's a Sea of Self-Esteem PSA. I encourage you to read that. It's only 6 minutes, so if you got 6 minutes in your day, definitely check that out because it's great. There's some videos from a couple of hours ago that show our Ambassador Chloe out at the beach cleaning up. So those videos are out there. We've got some great information, historical information, Sea of Self-Esteem information, stuff about our individual ambassadors getting ready for their parties. I really do encourage you to get that information. Again, if you're interested in getting a packet from me, inbox me your name and your email address. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your address information across Facebook messaging, just shoot me your email address. I will reach out to you and get your information and get a packet to you. I also want to remind folks that if you're interested in getting your Paper Day goodie bag, that's filled with all kinds of surprises, anything from jewelry to journals to gear, Black Doll Affair gear, to stickers and information, nail polish, little different trinkets and information for you, because again, every bag is different and they're personally curated by our founder, Dana Hill. Then I encourage you to go out today to blackdollaffair.com. Get your goodie bag today. They are $5 today. After today, the price will go up, but today only, while we're doing our Doll Affair giveaways, our virtual giveaways, then we are encouraging you to go out and get your bag and get your goodies. I got mine. I love some of this stuff. I got mine again. I think I showed it earlier really cute coral themed sea colored bag that had a really great bracelet in it. And in that bracelet, there's some great charms, right? There is a reminder of the ocean here with this charm and a mermaid tail. So let me just kind of hold that up. Really, really cute. Apologize for the nails. Sorry, it's been a rough time with some home remodel. But twine, see twine out here, and it's really a great reminder. You can tighten it up. If you got small wrists, if you have large wrists, you can definitely adjust that so it's adjustable there. And you can wear those. Great gifts for your kids. Great reminder for your kids to always think about the ocean. We are small, we're but a speck, but we're out here in the ocean. We're all sharing the same ocean. So I really do encourage you to go out and get that information. I hope that me sharing this information about our group, I hope that me going live today and talking to you about climate change and our communities and what we're doing has been helpful to you. I hope that you continue to be engaged with your community and with the Black Doll Affair and with me. If you've engaged with me in the past, you know this has been a passion of mine for several years, and I've really changed it up over the years. We've changed our themes. We've changed kind of our looks. There's a couple things that have been consistent year over year, but every year the one thing that's definitely been consistent is that we're all about empowering young Black girls. We're about empowering Black women. We're about empowering the communities around us and responding to what really is going on. We do encourage people to really just share this information. I'm going to leave this live up, so if you missed it today, definitely connect with me, and I'm happy to share information about the Black Doll Affair. I'm happy to come out and talk to young Black girls. I know there's some great organizations over here in Kansas. Alive and Thrive is a great organization. Young Women on the Move, and I've shared this information with them. I've worked with some of the dance organizations, Friendship Baptist Church of Kansas City on the Missouri side. A great partner. A couple of years ago, pre-pandemic, we had a beautiful party. Probably no less than 45 to 50 young girls attended the party, and we had an absolutely fantastic time. And every girl that was at that party received a doll. So this year, it will be no different. Every girl that participates and is interested will receive a doll. Actually, she gets several dolls. They're just going to be paper dolls this year because we chose paper, not plastic. That's one of our hashtags this year. So I really do encourage you to get the information that we're sharing. Continue to be conscious about the world around you. Definitely support local organizations and what's going on. And if you are wanting to get some of these great things, I'm just going to kind of run through them really quickly so you can kind of remember what we're getting. I'm definitely getting you the role model information that came straight from Mattel and Barbie that the young girls can color in, and great examples of all the different types of things our young girls can be, and our role model certificate that they can fill out. Some great activities on climate change and trash and how we can clean up. I've also got, I think, some food waste activity sheets. I know that sounds like, oh, food waste. What is that? Some great activities to help kids not waste food. And for parents, that's really important because kids sometimes get a little picky with the food and we want to help them not waste it, right? So, beautiful ebony mermaid that you can color in any shade that you like and definitely fill in her outfit. There is an example of what her outfit looked like kind of out of the box. And I will include some information on how that looks and some a paper doll version of that. But then you'll get some outfits that will come pre-colored and that you can color yourself. I've got two styles, kind of some hip outfits here, and then I've got some Egyptian themed outfits that you can color yourself if you like. You've definitely got Mermaid from Barbie. Fill in the color. You can color her hair, her skin tone, her outfit any way you want to. So that's coming in your packet. And then I've got this beautiful ebony paper doll here. She comes fully colored in, and so do her outfits. But I encourage you to definitely use the cutouts here. It's already on cardstock. It comes with instructions on how to do the stand, and she does come with instructions on how to set up the stand for her, and you can definitely do that. So that is what comes in every packet, along with a pencil, a mermaid pen to remind you about our Sea of Self-Esteem theme. You'll get a copy of our flyer from this year that will have some great information on it. I'll send you some information on the Black Doll Affair and about myself and how you can get a hold of me. And then if you're here again in the Midwest, you'll get a copy of our Brown versus the Board of Education activity sheet. And then I'll also give you the most recent issue of Explorer magazine, which comes from Missouri's Natural Conservancy organization here in the Midwest. So I hope that this has been real informative. I encourage you to join the Black Doll Affair on YouTube. here shortly. We're going to have some giveaways today, so stay tuned. I shared a video link for the interview that we did with this year's honorary Black Doll and Face of the Giveaway, Danny Washington. So please, if you have time, watch that. I will also include the link that shows up that has some information on baby Chloe, so you can see what she was busy doing earlier today. Our PSA that we put out, sorry not sorry, about the sea of self-esteem. And you can use those links to find our YouTube page and stay tuned for our giveaway. If you want that information again, please definitely reach out to me in my inbox. Get me your name and your email address at a minimum, and I will be sure and reach back out to you and get your email, your physical address information so I can mail you a packet. If you've got names of young girls, I won't put the names on the outside. I'll definitely tailor the packets on the inside for the girls, so they'll have, when they open it, they'll be able to see their own names on their packets. So it's been really great spending this time with you. I'm glad that folks were able to get on and get information. I'm glad that we were able to reach you. We are going to leave this video up. So if you want the information and you get to it late, or you want to share it with someone, again, this was not a private party this year. This actually went out public and nationwide. So this isn't just open to Kansas City. It's not just open to Kansas. It's not just open to Missouri. I've got friends all across the country. So if you've got young daughters and you happen to watch this video and you're in an area, not only, and I'll make you a deal. I know I'm in the Kansas City area, but if you're outside of Kansas City area, I'll find out if we have and some Black Dolls or an Ambassadoll in your area. I'll still send you a packet, but I'll also get the information on your local Black Doll so you can connect with them and you can get involved with some of the activities that we're going to be doing here going forward. I appreciate your time today. I really had a great time spending this hour with you. I know it's a different format for a lot of people, but this has been really great for me to be able to share some information with you, answer some questions that have come through, and really be able to share this information not just in a small environment but in a large scale. So again, thanks a lot. Send me your information. Stay tuned for some great giveaways that are coming up, and stay tuned for what the Black Doll Affair has in the future. Appreciate it. Had a great time with you today. Thank you.